Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Study with Shrinali, and today we will talk about how you can prepare history for GS1 of mains UPSC and also for the prelims. So first of all, what we have in the general studies paper 1 history, we will take art and culture also. So the syllabus says Indian culture will cover the salient aspect of art forms, literature, architecture from ancient to modern times. So, art form, literature, architecture, especially ये दिया हुआ है. So, literature, and we have seen from previous year question papers that architecture part is very, very, very important. Many questions are coming from architecture, few from literature, if you see, and some like dance form. लेकिन questions are coming from dance forms and other things in prelim, so you can't just ignore art forms or literature. Architecture is very important, but those art forms are also important. So what you can do is, if you are taking any coaching classes, such as various coaching classes, I'm not taking any name, but if you're taking coaching classes and if your teacher is teaching you well, then refer to that coaching class, and along with that you can also refer better books like Nitin Singhania. This is a very good source for art and culture. Especially you need to do selective study from for art and culture from नितिन सिंघानिया, because बहुत कुछ दिया हुआ है उसमें. You don't need that much. I will say specially do the architecture portion from there, and see the other literature and other portions. Don't need to go too much deep. I will say you take previous year question papers of mains as well as prelims together, and pen down those topics, not the whole question but the topics on which the questions are coming, each and every a keyword from every question, what topics are coming, and then write it down in a page, both from mains and prelims perspective. I will say take all the mains topics from the PYQs, and write it down in a page, and on a separate page write what other topics from art and culture are coming in prelims. And then after you pen down those questions, those keywords, you will yourself realizes which topics are good, and then I will say emphasis more on those topics, especially broad topic, and especially give importance to those keywords, and do make sure that you are completely ready with those keywords, and do a 360-degree analysis, so 360-degree study, so that you are ready with art and culture. And you must also write down the PYQs, because when you write now, many value addition takes place, such as take previous year question, write it down, and try to answer those questions. In that way you will also get some more fodders for your preparation. Especially you can take help from toppers copies, and you will get extra information. ऐसे ही value addition होता है. The truth is this only. And you can also refer to some test series after you complete your art and culture portion. Refer to some test series, give a bit of test. You don't need to buy. If you want to buy, if you have bought it, then it's a completely another thing, you do it. And if you haven't bought it and you don't want to, or you are not financially sound for that, whatever may be the reason, you take those from online. Everything is available online for free. You just search it, ask your friend, or go to any bookshop. You will get those some test series. Buy it and try to answer those, and also see the model answers. I'm not saying ki completely rely on model answers, but you will get some fodder, some valuation from there also. And this is the way you can completely 360-degree analyze and complete your portion of art and culture. If you do this like this, now you will be completely done with art and culture. You don't need to give too much emphasis to this. And then what comes is modern Indian history. For preparing modern Indian history, first of all, we need to know what's in the syllabus. So, in the main syllabus, it's about modern Indian history from about the middle of the 18th century until the present, significant events, personalities, and issues. Significant events, personalities, and issues. And the freedom struggle at its various stages, important contributors, contributions from different parts of the country, post independence consolidation and reorganization within the country. Again, if we talk about the source first, then if you are doing course from any coaching, then refer to that. Along with that, or if you are not referring to any coaching, you can refer to books. One of the book is Spectrum, and there is another book. I'm unable to remember that name, but I will write it down in the description. So these are two books. One book is more like fact and fact, and another book is in story form. So whichever you like, you can choose. Now, if you're totally new and first time beginning with the history book, first time reading the history book, then I will, and if not also, if you have read it before, so then also, first of all, do the same the way I said for art and culture. That is, you take the previous 10-year question paper of mains and previous 10-year question paper of prelims in two separate sheets and write down the keywords from each and every question, and also you must write down the name of the year. For example, if you start from 2013, to write 2013 and write which questions have come, keywords from those questions, and see how the questions are getting framed, which topics are in trend. You must find those out because these are most important, because ultimately mains is all about answer writing. If you know which keywords are asking, which keywords are getting repeated again and again, and which are in trend, then you will be able to write answers properly, because you will have an edge over others. So first of all, take question paper of mains and prelims and write down the keywords for each and every question and see the trend. And for prelims you make separate, and for mains you make separate. And then what you should do is, keeping those keywords on mind, read those books. I repeat again, keeping those keywords in mind, read those books. That way you will have an idea in your subconscious mind. It will be there then in what way you should read those books. You will have a roadmap in your mind, in your subconscious mind, that you know what you are expecting from this topic. If you are reading a chapter, for example a freedom struggle, then what kind of questions can come from this topic. It's not necessary that only those questions which were there in PYQs will stuck your mind, but the thing is, those type of question will also form in your mind when you will read those topics, because you have seen some form of question from that topic before. So our mind is very intelligent. Our mind can frame questions like a lump sum type of questions. For example, from freedom struggle, from Gandhiji's lifetime, if any questions has came, then you can, when you will read about Gandhiji's phases, then your mind will think that yeah, this type of question may come, that Gandhiji's stand about something may come in the question, or as Ravindranath and Gandhiji's comparison has came, so this time Netaji and Gandhiji's comparison may come. So your mind will work like that. So if you do PYQ analysis and then go for reading the book now, it will be more helpful and it will be more rewarding, instead of just reading the book first of all without any anything in your mind. So it will be helpful. And another thing is, you should not ignore those topics which are not coming, because UPSC is uncertain. Any question can come from anywhere. So you should have like a good awareness about every topic, but I will say those topics which are like more important, not necessarily that should have came before, but maybe more important topic, so UPSC can pick those topic in coming years also. So give more emphasis to those and don't leave any other topic, but this will make a roadmap, a blueprint on your mind when you will go for preparation of your mains. So do the PYQ analysis, then go for studying those books, and then what? Yes, you are right. Then you should write the answers to those PYQs. Once you write the of the PYQs, once you will start writing the answer for those PYQs, you will get value addition from various places, such as when you will write PYQ and you will not be able to answer, obviously you will find answer somewhere else, maybe in a book, or maybe from a topper, or maybe from your teacher, from anywhere else. So that time you will get some fodder, and then you see topper copies. It will help to implement or take some of the value addition from them. And what you can do is again test series, take test series, give those tests, write the answers, once you brainstorm now, many of the things will come out from your mind, from your subconscious mind to conscious mind, and then to the paper. So writing test is very important, and then see the model answers and add values from them, from those, and make your 360-degree notes out of it. Okay, so this way you should prepare your modern history. And when you will also write down the prelims questions now, what will happen is, along with your mains questions, you are also getting ready for your prelims also. Like obviously history is history, be it for mains or be it for prelims. So you will be ready with MCQs also, same as in the case of art and culture, same as in the case of modern science, same as in the case of every topic. So in this way you are also preparing for prelims, you are also preparing for mains, and you are completely preparing in 360-degree manner. So that's the best thing of preparing for your GS paper and overall UPSC. So now let's talk about post independence. So post independence से questions ऐसा आए नहीं है. What type of questions we see is state reorganization and those things only. So you just take the question paper, see what's written in previous year question papers, and pen down those topics and make notes on those topics. I will say make your own notes, because there are very less topics from post independence, and if you have coaching notes, better you refer to that. If you don't have coaching notes, I will say make your own notes from a better source. Find it out, a better source, and make your notes. There are a hell lot of source for post independence. If you just google it, or from a telegram group, or from your friend, or from anywhere, you will get post good notes in post independence. And online sources are very good also in post independent consolidation, and we have idea about what were the reasons for, like you may also get like vision IS material on post independence, any other coaching like Vajira on like only IS maybe something is there, and then study IQ. There are many sources, you can refer to any which you find better, which by referring to which you are able to write good answers. That's the better source. Okay, I repeat again that by referring to which source you are able to write better answer is a good better source. Okay, good better source, whatever. So yes, you do like this for post independence. And again, write test series answers. Don't go too much deep for post independence. It's not that much difficult, but you must be prepared with the topic. That's it.